And you're looking live at the Schaefer Center here in the campus of Southwestern Assemblies of God University, right here in Waxahachie, Texas, where today SAGU Sports Live is proud to present another double-header action as your SAGU Lions and Lady Lions will face another Southwest team, University of the Southwest from Hobbs, New Mexico. Welcome to the broadcast booth. Rob Price here along with my partner Tim Robertson. Tim, Lady Lions had a tough go at it Saturday night, but still clinging to that 8th place in Red River Conference play.
It was a tough game going against a very tough Texas Wesleyan squad. They went down big early, had a late rally to make the score look a little bit better, but never could offer any resistance. They're playing a team today, though, that is in the cellar. The University of Southwest Lady Mustangs are the last place team in the NAIA, but that just puts them one game out of the last playoff spot that the Lady Lions are currently clinging to. So this is a huge game for both teams. Really going to try to fight for that 8th spot. We'll talk more about the standings ahead, obviously, and some that race for 8 and how close it is. But right now, let's go down to the floor with Bianca Alacan standing down with Coach Beatles. Bianca?
Thanks, guys. I'm here with head coach for the Lady Lions basketball team, Arlen Beatles. Now, Coach, the Lady Mustangs, currently they're in the series. We're 4-5. We're leading the series, but they have won the past 3 encounters. What improvements have been made in order to take out the win tonight?
Well, we've got to stop their three-point shooting. They just shoot the ball really well. You're going to notice that when they catch it, they shoot it. They spread out. Sometimes they put 5 people clear around the three-point line, but 4 definitely, and they just grab it and shoot it really quick. So if they're hitting those threes, it's really tough. We're going to change our defense a little bit tonight. We play a lot of zone, but tonight we're playing man on them. At least we're starting that way.
And what of our players are you expecting to step up to the plate tonight and defend against their top scorer, one of the top scorers in the NAIA, Anika Hostos?
Well, I think we have Taylor Hill on her. Taylor Hill's our best defensive player. So she usually guards the best defensive player, the best offensive player, really.
Thanks so much, Coach, and good luck in tonight's game.
Okay, thank you very much.
Robin, Tim, back to you.
Well, so they're here. Coach Beatles going to mix it up a little bit and go with a man-to-man to start the game. We've not seen a man-to-man defense, at least in the first half of any Coach Beatles coach game that we broadcast so far this year on SAGU Sports Live.
No, we haven't, and it's a good reason tonight to go to it, though, as Coach Beatles mentioned. Southwest is a dreaded three-point shooting team. Matter of fact, they may be last place in Red River Conference, but they are the #1 three-point shooting team in the NAIA. They average 10.2 three-pointers a game. They're also #8 in total points on the season with 1,737 points. So this is a team that, even though you say, oh, last place, kind of a cellar dweller, they are a potent offensive threat. And when you look at the offensive threat, as you heard Bianca mention it, Anika Hostos, she is #1 in the NAIA in three-pointers per game. She is #1 in total scoring and #4 in points per game, averaging 20.4 points per game. So Taylor Hill's going to have her hands full tonight going against her. 2 other key players for the Lady Mustangs. Janelle Kapua, #15 in the NAIA with about 5 assists a game and leads the team with 1.6 steals a game. You also have Nikki Sylvester, who's #41 in the NAIA with 3.6 assists a game. So you have 2 top 50 assist leaders on this team. They can dish the ball around real good. Nikki Sylvester also has 14.5 points per game. So this is a very potent offensive team that can put points up on you in a hurry. What the Lions got to do to stop it? Which player needs to stop it tonight?
You look at the two matchups. Since 2008, SAGU does hold a 5-4 advantage in the 9 games played, but Mustangs have won the last 3. So they're definitely on a roll against Lady Lions here in the Schaefer Center. 3 players I'm going to call all guards have a huge game. Mentioned the guards from the Lady Mustangs. Beginning with Taylor Hill, the freshman from Waxahachie, Texas, right here, hometown girl. She'll be on Hostos, as we heard in pregame. She's got to have a huge game. Talked to her before the game, and she said she's going to bring her shooting game early in the first half. She's had a couple of rough spouts after some strong games about a month ago. Look for her to break out of her, what we'll call a scoring slump. Big game from Taylor Hill tonight. Also, her backcourt mate, Bethany Kroc, another freshman who's really come along the last month. A spark play, call them the twin engines. Kroc and Hill really make this offense roll when they get things going, so they got to keep that going to get the win. And finally, coming off the bench, my third pick's going to be Andrea Lugo. She's a junior, she's also a guard, and I think that's going to dictate play is how well can they contain or hopefully shut down Costos when she's in the ball game.
Yeah, well, they're going to need to. As we said, this is a huge game in the Red River Conference. Lady Lions currently cling to that 8th spot at 4-12 in conference play, but they are essentially in a 4-way tie for that 8th spot. Jarvis has a 4-12 record. Texas College has a 4-12 record. Bacone has a 3-11 record. And Southwest, last place, but they're 3-13, just one game behind the Lady Lions. They can win tonight and move into that 8th spot. Lady Lions can win tonight and try to keep that in their possession. So big game tonight. The season is starting to wind down. Only about 7 games left. So obviously the fewer there are, the more important they are. Lady Lions need a big win tonight to try to keep their consecutive tournament berths alive.
Well, and you've got a strong conference this year, Tim. 3 of the top 8 teams in our conference, 2 are ranked and 1's receiving votes. So Red River is making its presence felt across the national landscape among the NAIA on the ladies' side for sure.
Yeah, they're a stout group of teams, and obviously we just played Wesleyan Saturday night, so we know how good they are. Kelts are great. Langston's the powerhouse. Houston Tilson's having a good season too, so it's the 8th spot. The 8th spot is the wild card. It's all you're fighting for. The top 7 are all basically in now. So the Lady Lions and everyone else left will be fighting for that 8th spot up until the last game of the season. Well, we're just about 2 minutes away from the start of this game. Let's go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have the national anthem, starting lines, and the first game of our doubleheader here on SAGU Sports Live.
At the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineups for the Lady Mustangs. At forward, freshman number 3, Destiny Thomas. At guard, senior number 15, Janelle Kapua. At guard, junior number 31, Annika Hostess. At guard, freshman number 32, Roberta Ortiz. And at forward, junior number 44, Kim Russell. Head coach is Kevin Dobbs.
Straight out of Diamond Style Production.
And now for your Lady Lions. At guard, freshman from Waxahachie, Texas, number 13, Taylor Hill. At guard, freshman from San Antonio, Texas, number 22, Bethany Crock. At forward, freshman from Arlington, Texas, number 23, Jessica Sodich. At forward, junior from Welch, Oklahoma, number 30, Sierra Hankins. And at center, sophomore from Lufkin, Texas, number 33, Cassie Cox. Head coach for Lady Lions is Arlen Beatles. Assistant coach is Corey Henry.
So here we are, Lady Lions, Lady Mustangs about to tip off. Lady Mustangs coming in from Hobbs, New Mexico, the far western reaches of the Red River Athletic Conference, about a 6.5-hour drive from here. They got here actually around 2 in the afternoon, so they've had plenty of time to stretch their legs out, shoot around. That can be a really big detriment to your team, having to take a real long drive and ice those legs up on a bus trip. I know I don't last very good after. I can't walk after a 6.5-hour bus trip, so smart planning ahead to get here, stretch those legs, have plenty of shoot-around time, and try to move into 8th place in the River Conference. It's crazy to think that the difference between last place and a playoff spot is 1 game, and this game could be decided right here.
And Southwest won the first meeting this year, Tim, back on December 15th, a 76-63 win at Hobbs, New Mexico. So Lady Lions up for some revenge here this afternoon. And Lady Mustangs will get the tip, and a quick 3-point ball is good. And just like that, 10 seconds into the game, Lady Mustangs up 3-0 off the shot of Roberta Ortiz, a 5'6" guard from El Paso.
Well, we told you they average 10.2 a game, so they're going to shoot 3 balls like no other team you're going to see in the NAIA, on the ladies' side at least. Southwest wearing their road red.
Croc launches a 3 off. Rebound, Lady Mustangs. Now, Tim, since they're the University of the Southwest, and we are Southwestern Assembly God University, I'm not sure you and I should use the word Southwest today. So we need to come up with some other ways. Lady Mustangs, USW.
Blocked by Sierra Hankins and stolen away by
Sodich up ahead to Hill.
Lady Lions do have a noticeable height advantage. The tallest player on the Lady Mustangs is 5'9" Destiny Thomas. So you got Sierra Hankins and Cassie Cox up there. You do have a height advantage. You said that's not a common thing for Lady Lions necessarily, but they have it today. They also have numbers advantages. Lady Mustangs only dressing 8 today, so the Lady Lions will have a deeper bench. They trail 3-0 early, though, in this one, as the Lady Mustangs have already struck once on their dreaded 3-ball.
That's Kapua sizing up Croc, now out 2.
Double dribble and a turnover.
Russell with a turnover. Turns the ball back over to the Lady Lions. Sodich will inbound.
Mustangs will show the press early on.
Croc able to handle the ball into the front court. Now double team, she's in trouble. A loose ball and sails out of bounds underneath the Lady Mustangs basket, and they're gonna get the ball back.
Ball went off.
Croc will inbound the ball. SAGU will get the ball back with 15 left on the shot clock. Now here's an inside pass to Croc and over to Cox, unable to handle that interior pass, and there's a turnover. Coach Kevin Dobbs in his 2nd season for USL, leading his Lady Mustangs to a 6-19 record. Again, one of those wins coming against the Lady Lions at Hobbs, New Mexico.
They're on a 9-game losing streak right now, though. Played some close ones, but just unable to find a way to get the W. Going to the line here is Janelle Kapua.
Kapua led all scores in that game with 21. Ortiz had 17, Sylvester 17, and Hostos, the league scorer, with just 9 in the first game of the season between these 2 ball clubs. Hankins, a season high against Lady Mustangs, 29. I think that's the season high for any SAGU player in the year, Tim. So we'll look for Hankins to make her presence felt again. Again, as you mentioned, exploiting the height advantage. So here's a steal from Hostos.
Saved by Kim Russell.
3 ball, nothing but net.
Janelle Kapua. You see early on that #1 NAIA ranking is warranted. As 2.5 minutes in, they've drained 2 3-pointers. They're out to the early 6-0 lead.
First Ortiz, then Kapua. 6-0 Lady Mustangs. Sodich into Hankins. Layup no good, gets her own rebound, puts it back. Cuts the lead to 4. You can see the look on Hankins' face, Tim. She was not happy that she missed the point-blank layup, but thankfully the ball came right back to her and able to put the comebacker right through the net. Now here's a three, looked like a three ball from Kroc. Now she takes it up, a floater, no good. Hankins out with the rebound, over to Sodic for three.
Pure. Jessica Sodic, such a pure shot. Rebounding could be a problem for the Lady Mustangs. Hostos is the leading rebounder with just 6 a game, so they are not a heavy rebounding team. SAGU definitely could have the advantage. You consider height and speed right there. They cut the lead down to 1.
Ortiz tries it inside. Nice offensive rebound, put back up and in. That's Destiny Thomas, as a freshman from Seminole, Texas. Puts Lady Mustangs back up by 3, 8-5. Again, look for Hill to look for her shot early on. She had that look in her eye during pregame that she was ready to shoot the ball and break out of her mini slump. Sodic now drives the lane, shot no good. Ball sails out of bounds, turnover. Back to Lady Mustangs.
Hankins just trying to find a way to get that ball out, but Hill had moved from her spot. So the offensive rebound turned into a quick turnover.
Nice move from Kapua. And here's a whistle, first whistle of the ball game. It's going to be on Kroc.
And they're going to rule it in the act of shooting, so it'll send Kapua to the line for 2. She missed the first 2 of the game.
We mentioned Andrea.
Stretch it out.
Yeah, we mentioned Andrea Lugo is one of my 3 key players to watch. She's set to check in here with 15:40 left in the first half, and Lugo will come in.
Set to check in for Kroc, who has 2 quick fouls on this game. Just 4 minutes and 20 seconds in, so you don't want who has become your breakout player to get into that much foul trouble this early in a game that you really, really need.
Kapua's second shot is true. And they've doubled up the Lady Lions here, 10-5.
Into the game is Nikendra Sylvester.
Senior from Lubbock. One of just 2 seniors.
Intercepted by Roberta Ortiz.
High screen pick, now left over to Shelton.
Intercepted by Sierra.
And now Sierra having trouble finding a guard, finally does. It's Hill, crosses midcourt, finds Sodic in the left perimeter, back to Hill. She wants Sodic to shoot. Sodic looking for her shot, gets it into Hankins. That's not her spot beyond the 3-point line, and Lugo will set up shop again with now 12 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Now Lugo drives in, skip pass over to Hill, 3-ball, got it! Smile on Hill's face, and she backpedals down the court. Her first shot finds the mark.
Great move by Lugo to get the open lane. That drew in the defense from the perimeter, left Hill wide open, and you leave her that wide open and she can knock him down with great efficiency.
Some guards create more opportunities for themselves off the dribble, and some prefer the pass. In that case, Hill usually distributes the ball, was the recipient of a nice pass, and she drained it in for 3. And that may get her going. Sometimes just getting that first shot, Tim, just kind of gets the nerves out, and now she may look for scoring opportunities off the dribble. And here she is again. Now she has off the dribble in the lane, fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot a pair. And I believe that was a direct result of the confidence she had from the last trip down the court when she was able to hit the 3-pointer. Now confidence that she can score this game early and often. She'll go to the line for 2.
Chance to tie it up. Just about 6 minutes in. Brittany Griffin will step in and Sierra Hankins will step out.
Hill's first is good. 4 points. 4 of the 9 points for Lady Lions. Second free throw is also good. She's got 5. And we're tied. 10-10.
Lady Lions responding well. Obviously a 6-0 deficit isn't much.
3-ball from
good.
Annika Hostos. She averages 20.
But sometimes it can be tough after getting getting, well, really, you know, soundly beaten on Saturday night to come out and go down quick.
Oh, nice fake.
But they've rallied well already.
You see that Sodich fake, right? She faked a player in the wing, took the lane herself, little 8-foot jumper, rattles through, and puts the Lady Lions up.
13, they trail 13-12.
Now just by one,
three.
another three.
Roberta Ortiz. It's now 16-12.
They had cut the lead to 1. I was going to say now back to 4, just like that. Up ahead to Cox now. Pass over to Brittany Griffin. Here comes Sodich again, short, no good. Cassie, I think probably is, she's being told by Beatles, take that all the way through, finish with the start. Sometimes one too many passes is not going to benefit the ball club. Now here's a nice strip from Hill. Cox is a very unselfish player. Probably should have taken that ball in herself, Tim, but she'll have more opportunities.
Lugo will be fouled by Christy Marquez. Well, this game's definitely emerged very similar to how we thought it might. Lady Mustangs have already drained 4 3-pointers, almost halfway to their season average, just over 7 minutes into this game. So Jessica Sodich will step out. Cordia Harverton will come in for the Lady Lions.
She'll end on the ball to Cox. And full court press. Applied. Easily broken by Hill. Now Lugo. Lady Mustangs showing a man-to-man defense.
Another foul on Marquez coming in here. That'll be the 3rd of the half.
Southwest foul number 22.
Coming in is Kim Russell, and Marquez will go to the bench.
Russell, a 5'6" junior from Olton, Texas. Hill over to Cox by the elbow on the high post. She kicks it back out. Lugo off the high screen. Good ball movement. Harverton, her first 3. No good. Cox. That was Cox and Russell scrambling for the rebound. Looks like it hit Cox's hand last, and Lady Mustangs will get the ball back on a good look from Harverton. Sylvester launches a 3. Off the mark, nice board from Cox. She clears. Like that defensive post position, Jim. Cox is hitting those boards hard and
Lugo
early. Now
breaks
Lugo
the double.
finds Cox. Mid-range jumper, too strong. Lady Mustangs clear. In transition, Sylvester up ahead to Russell. Back to Nikendra Sylvester. As she backs up a guard. Lugo now back out to the leading scorer, Postos. Now 6 on the shot clock. Nice move inside, and Shelton finishes off a nice possession from the Lady Mustangs.
Strong drive too. She was heavily guarded. Hill has it tipped away, but keeps possession.
And she's on tonight. She's on. She's on. You could feel it talking to her before the game, Tim. She had a twinkle in her eye like she was going to be shooting early and often, and another one finds the mark, and she's already got 7 of the 14 points for the Lady Lions thus far, with 10:45 left in the first half. Now, nice inside pass to Cox. Too strong, gets her own rebound, gets her own weak side rebound. How often does that happen? And puts it back up and in from the left side.
Oh, good pursuit of her own shot. She felt it come off her hand wrong, you could tell.
Well, and
she
you're
could
always
just tell where it was going to go.
You're the one who knows it's going to be missed first. When you shoot,
Lugo
what a
steals
hustle from Lugo.
Loose
right
ball.
in front of our broadcast table here. Still finally a whistle. And a timeout
by Southwest.
Timeout when you shoot the ball inside and it is going to be missed, you're the first one who knows it's going to be missed. So she quickly knew where the rebound was coming off from, and so she was first to be on the weak side. Grabbed one rebound and put it back in, and 18-16 your score. Lady Lions hanging tough after a sluggish, slow start.
Yeah, they weathered the kind of an early strike, from the Lady Mustangs. Like I said, it can be really tough sometimes to, you know, after losing the way you did the other night to the Rams from Texas Wesleyan. Kind of lost big. You never were quite in that game. You start off and immediately you find yourself in a 6-0 hole. That can really start to get to you early. But they have done a good job of getting back into this one already. They trail 18-16.
And Kim Russell set the check in. The inbound the ball for the Lady Mustangs. And now a whistle.
And there's blood on Cassie Cox's knee, so play will have to be stopped.
Streaming down her knee, down her shin, so that will be a stoppage of play here at the Schaefer Center as they tend to that injury. Doesn't look too serious. Nothing a Band-Aid can't take care of, but she may have to come out of the game. Yeah, she'll check out of the game for at least a few seconds. Sierra Hankins will come in for Cox as she's attended to by one of the trainers.
Head coach Dobbs commenting that, hey, we were just about to dunk on that play. Always good to keep it light.
Kapua now works on Griffin, takes her into the lane, up and in, and she caught Griffin on her heels right down the middle of the lane, laid it up and in and fouled, and she'll go to the line to complete a 3-point play attempt and give the Lady Mustangs potentially a 5-point lead, and she does just that. Nice release from Kapua.
Said you definitely can't sleep on her either. She had 21 against the Lady Lions last time.
She's the top free throw shooter on the Lady Mustangs at 69%. Nice little fading left, drifting left jump shot from Griffin, who shoots left. 21-18, now another 3-ball, short. Lugo, the guard from the weak side, sailed up for that ball, and she was fouled. That foul coming on Nikendra Sylvester. She's a senior from Lubbock, out west. Texas Tech country.
Three balls cool off just a little bit for Southwest. They started out very hot. Oh, stolen away quickly by Sylvester.
Sylvester. And she goes strong to the basket and scores right over Harberton. I believe she'll get called for the foul.
Sylvester does it all by herself. Grabs the steal, goes up strong. Now the chance to complete the 3-point play and go up by 6.
And she'll take a seat. Beadle's not happy with that defensive effort. And Sodich will check back in. This is a good ball club, Tim. They don't look like a 6-19 ball club to me
well,
at all.
Like you said, you look at the standings and you think, oh,
how are they 6-19?
There they are in the cellar, but then you look at the stats. You look at the stats, and this is a powerful offense on pace for just under 100 points right now. Just over 10 minutes in this game at 24. This is a potent offensive attack that, for one reason or another, just have not been able to piece together wins.
It makes you wonder what their last 2 minutes of play is like, if they can close out games, because the stats are there. They should be winning more ball games. Here there's injuries, various reasons why teams don't win games or close out games, but the stats are definitely there. You must take this team serious when you've got a player in Hostos who is leading the Red River in scoring. So Lady Lions have got a fight on their hands as they trail 24-18 here with 9:17 left in the first half.
Yeah, looking over some of their games just recently, and they've all been generally close. A 1-point loss to Texas College. Their defense has definitely surrendered it. They've surrendered 100 points 3 times in January.
And Sylvester will be called for the walk.
And so, when you want to start saying, well, it's probably their defense that's been the problem. So Lady Lions need to start clicking on offense, because this is going to be a high-scoring affair. Southwest will score in the 70s in most of their games. So SAGU has to find a way to get into the 80s.
There's a pass from Hill. Somehow gets it back to Lugo. She was falling out of bounds and keeps the play alive. Hill with a hot hand now with already 7. A layup, a couple free throws, and a three-pointer. She's got the ball out top with now 9 on the shot clock. Over to Lugo. Hankins fighting for position. Back over to Hill.
3 left
Just
on the
3.
shot
She'll
clock.
have to put up a shot. Lugo. Now Griffin. And they lost track of the shot clock. And
Just one.
that's a mental mistake because you had 2 open looks. Could have been Lugo, could have been Hill for that matter. Lugo had a shot, passed it up. Griffin had a shot, didn't know that the shot was back down to 1 second on the shot clock. So
It's
a
such
miscue there.
It's such a quandary because you love team basketball. Wow. Russell sinks that 3. You love team basketball, you love unselfish basketball, but sometimes you need a little Kobe Bryant in you.
Yeah, she breaks the press, but then misses the layup, and Hill not happy about that. A wide open layup, and that may come back and hurt you. That's 2 free ones you just give right back to the Lady Mustangs,
Who have opened up a 9-point lead here, 27-18. Another 3-ball. Russell's good.
and she is stroking it well beyond the 3-point arc.
I think that's 6 on the game for Southwest now.
Lugo, nice pass over to Hankins. Griffin will let one fly. She's good. From 17, Griffin cuts the lead to 10. Here comes another 3-ball. That was tipped. Looked like it was tipped, Tim. Kim Russell trying for her 3rd 3-point attempt in about 40 seconds and was Reggie Millerish there for a few moments.
And she had a good look, used a good pursuit on defense to get a finger on that one. Into the game comes Okivia Bratchett. Taylor Hill will take her first seat of the game. Lady Lions down by 10.
And speaking of Indiana basketball, Reggie Miller, how about them Indiana Hoosiers putting it on the Wolverines at Assembly Hall in Bloomington a couple nights ago? Number 3 versus number 1. And they've switched basically rankings. Now Indiana number 1 and Michigan number 3. Big Ten really strong so far this year.
Russell knocks that one away, and the Mustangs have another steal. Mustangs playing this game the way they want to right now. They're forcing turnovers. They're getting open looks from beyond 3 points.
How about that move
Drive by
inside?
Kapua.
Wow. Kapua, as you might imagine, from Honolulu, Hawaii, a senior, 5'5" senior.
And she has 10 points on the game, leading all players. And the Lady Mustangs not playing like the number 13 team in the Red River Conference right now.
Not at all.
Playing like they want to be back here in a few weeks.
And here's a steal from Sylvester, an attempted steal, and she topples over Bratchett. But I think it touched Bratchett last, Tim. They're going to give the ball back to USW.
Yep, went off of Bratchett's hand as she was trying to get to it.
They're just out hustling Southwestern right now, the Lady Lions. Quicker on the defensive side, getting some good open looks. Another one right there, but offensive rebound from Russell. 3-ball off from Destiny Thomas. Sodich able to corral the rebound up to Lugo.
Before those two, Lady Mustangs are shooting 75% from 3-point range, 64% overall.
There's a move inside.
Lady Lions are shooting just over 50%. They've knocked down 2 of their 3-pointers. They trail by 12, and looking at Janelle Kapua's stats early on, 10 points. 1 for 1 from 3-point. She's perfect from the floor tonight, 3 for 5 from the free throw line. She has an assist. Lady Lions have 8 turnovers to just 5 from the Lady Mustangs. And they find themselves in a 12-point hole as we are under 6 minutes to play now. Stolen away by Taylor Hill.
I think Bratchett got a hand on it, but Hill come up with it. And she may go coast to coast. She does. Lays up on the left side. No good. Cox with an offensive board out to Griffin. Bratchett for 3. Nails it. Bratchett on the board.
Lady Lions not doing too shabby either. They're 3 for 4 from 3-point arc tonight.
The sophomore from Center, Texas, cuts the lead to 9. Nice up and under move, and good Destiny Thomas. Goes to the left side, right down the lane. No one able to stop her. Now up ahead, Bratchett now will run the offense for the Lady Lions. Cox sets a high screen. Bratchett. Oh, and an amazing shot and a foul. Off the high pick from Cox. Curled around into the lane. Off balance floater. Good. Will send Bratchett to the line.
Bratchett comes in and makes a quick difference. This one knocks down the three-pointer. Chance for a three-point play here. She could have 6 points in 2 possessions.
Bratchett off the bench. A spark. Free throws good. Cuts the lead to 8 with 4:57 left in the first half.
Russell thought about it.
She sure did. Now here's a 3 ball from the corner. They may call that over the back on Hill. It is. And that's going to be over Russell's back. Russell had position, and Hill thought she could steal one and went over right over Russell's back. And that'll put Russell at the charity stripe to shoot a 1-and-1. And the Lions now with that foul have put the Lady Mustangs into the bonus.
It's good. Up by 9 again. Kim Russell.
And
for her
Lugo.
7th point.
And Lugo's going to come right back in for Hill.
Yeah, Hill needing to sit now, not want to pick up a 3rd foul before the half. You're going to need some scoring in the second.
Russell's second is good. 10-point advantage, USW over the Southwestern Lady Lions. I'd like to welcome all of our viewers watching this edition of SAGU Sports Live from Hobbs, New Mexico. If you couldn't make it out here on that long bus ride you mentioned, Tim, but we're glad to have our viewers watching from Hobbs, New Mexico today, watching your Lady Mustangs in action. Later on at 7:30, we'll have the men in action. Mustangs versus Lions.
Be sure and tune in for that. Another 3-point, not just off the mark. Yep, thanks for joining from Hobbs or wherever you are. Matter of fact, be sure and go to facebook.com, SAGU Sports Live. Leave us a message. Let us know where you're watching from. We like to kind of get a good viewer map and see how far we're reaching, who's getting to enjoy some good old Red River Conference basketball here in the Schaefer Center.
So does look at it. Lugo wants to take it. She will take it. And Cox arrived late, was able to get a hand on it.
They're going to call a foul on Cox. Looks like over the back. It's going to be her 2nd foul. Southwest had possession at the time, so to the line they go for another bonus.
It's 8 fouls on the Lady Lions, just 5 committed by the Lady Mustangs. We're under 4 minutes remaining, and Lady Mustangs now up by 11 and taking some control of this ball game after it was a 16-18 lead with 10:19 left. Mustangs have pushed it to 12.
It's a 20-10 run. And it's not a flashy run. It's not a shutout, but it's what you need when you approach the half. Just inch by inch, push that score up. Bratchett. Here comes Sodich.
She got it. 3, hit the back of the rim and rattles through. And that's an important 3 right there, because you miss that and the Mustangs come back and hit a 3. Now you're down by 15. Instead, you're just down by 9.
Lady Lions good from 3-point range tonight too. I believe they're 4 for 5 now.
There's a pass over to Cox. Off the glass. Good for Cox.
Bang, bang. It's back to a 7-point game. Lady Lions.
She's got 4.
Putting a little bit of the Jets on. Moving down the court quickly.
Now Kapua on Bratchett. Wants to take her. Attempts to take her. And ball sails out of bounds. It's going to stay here.
Lady Lions on a quick 5-0 run.
So it is a turnover there, out of bounds, and Lady Lions are inbounding, and full court pressure applied, and Shelton able to knock that ball right back in Sodich's face, and a timeout on the floor with your score 38-31. SAGU hanging in there against a gritty Lady Mustangs team, not playing at all, Tim, like their 6-19 record. And something tells me they would like to represent that 8th position here when tournament play begins in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, you always make it to a tournament. As you heard Coach Beadle say earlier this season, you make it and who knows? Who knows what happens? Crazier things have definitely happened. This is going to be a big last 2:45 of this half. Lady Lions are down by 7. Obviously, with that amount, you can take the lead before the half's over. That might not be your ultimate goal, but you can keep this game tight, erase that memory of a 12-point deficit. Lady Mustangs, though, can quickly put this back to a 12-point lead before the half or more. So this is going to be a very crucial 2:45.
Hostos already with at least, well, more than 10 now. She's well on her way to beating her average. We'll check those scores at halftime. Sodic well beyond the arc, too strong. Rebound. Shelton up ahead to Kapua in transition. She was looking for Hostos in the corner, and it
Foul comes in on Lugo. And that'll send Hostos to the line for 2.
It brought Lugo's attention, and she commits a foul, and another 1-on-1 situation for Lady Mustangs. And that one off the mark. Griffin needs to watch out. There's a player behind her. And now a dangerous pass to Lugo, and she's in trouble. Hostos shadowing her. Nice move, though, from Lugo. And she goes all the way up and in. And a circus layup spun off the back of the backboard over the front of the rim. Layup missed, and now a whistle.
Another foul coming in on Cassie Cox. That's her 3rd
She's
foul.
going to have to come out, and here comes Hankins.
And that'll put the Lady Mustangs in the double bonus. Well, Lugo had everything but the basket there, split 2 pairs of defenders, but just was out of position by the time she got to the basket.
And double bonus means 2 free throws, not a 1-on-1.
Christy Marquez will go to the line. Chance to push this back to a 9-point lead.
10-5 on foul.
First one is good.
So Cassie Cox will definitely sit till the half now. You can't allow it to get to that dreaded 4th foul in the first half without a question. Both are good.
The top 3 scorers for the Lady Mustangs are guards, and they are right on cue in playing how their stats show they would play. And so the Lady Lions are going to have their hands full here, keeping pace from the backcourt. Now Lugo able to get the ball across the line. Hankins over to Bratchett, back to Lugo. She spots Sodic underneath, and Sodic is fouled going up. She'll go to the line and shoot a couple.
And again, you're looking at a couple of very key final possessions here at the half. Lady Lions with a chance to keep it to a single-digit margin. Try to get as close as they can as Sodic hits first. Lady Mustangs definitely zoning in on trying to take that big 10-point advantage going into the second half or more.
And Shelton will take a seat. She's a junior from Wallace, Texas. And into the game again is the sharp-shooting Kim Russell. With 1:40 left now in the first half of play. 40-33. Lady Lions hanging around. You don't want this lead to get into double digits, Tim. Like you said, you want this to keep around 7, 6, 5 if possible. That's 7 now. 10 on the shot clock. Kapua sizes up a 3, lets it fly, and it is good. Kapua on the mark, back up to a 10-point lead.
And she had a long time to square that one up. Foul will come in here, though, on Roberta Ortiz, and that'll be the 7th foul on the Lady Mustangs. So now the Lions will reach the bonus and go to the line for the 1-on-1.
Anytime a shooter can square his or her shoulders up to the basket with about a half a second to get a good pop with your legs, any decent shooter is going to make that, I think, more than half the time. At this level of play, It's all you need is a split second to square your shoulders up and get a nice, good elevation. And that's exactly what happened. And 3 ball's good.
Ratchet hits the first. Lady Lions need to get back on offense. Brittany Griffin got the rebound, but Lugo and Hankins were out of position too far back and could not come into aid. And the offensive rebound turns into a turnover.
No, it's a high screen pick and roll. And she does roll and she scores, and that's Christy Marquez.
Ratchet going to the basket. She has 9 in the first half. Ratchet coming off the bench, providing the Lady Lions with some much needed points here as they've trimmed it back down to 9 as we approach the 30-second mark of the first half.
So a good set play from the Lady Mustangs, followed by a great transition play in the open court from the Lady Lions.
Foul on Bratchett with 17.9 seconds left. Back to the line will go Janelle Kapua. She has 13 points tonight already. She misses the first here. So the Lady Lions will have about 17.9 seconds to try to get down the floor and hit a shot to end this half. Hopefully try to get a little bit of momentum going into the locker room as they do trail by 10 now. Lugo picks it up. Shot clock will not be on. Clock under 15 seconds now. Down to 10. There's Bratchett. No good. Mustangs will push it here.
We'll give it a whirl.
And that'll be well short. But the Mustangs ride some clutch 3-point shooting and all-around good play to a 46-36 halftime lead. And if you're the Lady Lions, we're going to come down to scoring. You got to find a way to keep on combating this because, like we said, this is an offense that you don't expect from a last-place team. They've already put up 46 here in this first half. Been as good as we thought they would be from beyond 3-point range. We'll get all the stats for you here in just a moment. And it turns into a Lady Lions 10-point deficit.
46 points at halftime. I mean, do the math. That's on scale, on pace for 92 points. Now, that doesn't always work out that way, but again, Tim, those 3-point shots early on set the tone for the Lady Mustangs, and I don't care if it's high school or NAIA or NCAA, 46 points at halftime is impressive.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, that is a...
Men or women.
Yeah, that's more than 2 points a minute. That's what it equals out to. And that's exactly what these Lady Mustangs have done. They have just been consistently finding ways to score, consistently knocking down shots. They went cold for just a little bit. That allowed the Lady Lions to come back in, cut it down to a 2-point lead. But ever since then, they have pushed it back out, even when the Lady Lions seem to threaten to have that chance. And we said that critical 2:45. Well, be sure and go like us on Facebook, facebook.com/SAGU Sports Live. We're getting some great feedback from people over the last few days. We're always posting new content up there. And, of course, tomorrow, the latest edition of the NAIA polls will be out. So I can guarantee you it'll be on Facebook, our Facebook page, about 30 seconds after it's released.
And
I can guarantee you that.
I don't doubt that at all. You are monitoring the latest from the NAIA decision makers, and right now
I've got one of those old ticker computers that prints out the AP News report.
The men are presently ranked number 14 in the land, and with now riding an 11-game winning streak, hold the number 3 active longest streak in the NAIA. Well, let's go now to our courtside reporter, Bianca Alarcon. Bianca.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with assistant coach for the Lady Lions basketball team, Corey Henry. Now, Coach, the University of Southwest is obviously not playing like a number 13 team. They're playing to win tonight. Hostess is already on her way to exceed her average scoring per game. What are we expecting from them in the second half?
They've had a lot of success running the pick and roll. I expect that they'll probably continue with that since they found success in the first half. We're going to have to do a much better job defending that. We're going to have to get some help side defense to roll over and come over and help with that. We're going to have to play better defense.
As far as our offense goes in the second half, what changes need to be made? We're almost going in the single-digit margin again, but what changes need to be made to our offense?
We've just got to execute. Again, we're having too many turnovers on the offensive end of the ball. We're gonna have to execute our offense. We actually run pick and roll quite a bit, but for some reason today we're just not getting the job done. We're just going to do a better job in the second half.
Thanks so much, Coach, and good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Rob and Tim, back to you.
All right, thank you, Coach Henry. Thank you, Miss Bianca. And we'll be right back after this quick break with some first half stats and more information. Stay tuned. You're watching SAGU Sports Live. And welcome back to the Schaefer Center as the men warm up in anticipation of their 7:30 start here in the Schaefer Center. Right now we're at halftime in the ladies' ball game, and the score 46-36 in favor of the USW Lady Mustangs. And Tim, the first half stats do tell the story.
Yeah, they do. I mean, you look at very simply, Lady Mustangs shooting lights out, 56% from the floor already, and they're shooting 7 from 13 from beyond three-point range. So they're doing exactly
a monster
what they're
dunk
supposed
there.
to be doing.
A monster dunk. Sorry, Tim. There's just a monster dunk. The gentleman enjoying that as we bring you more information about the first half. What I was amazed of is the three-point shooting, 53% for the Lady Mustangs. We Lady Lions have actually outshot them percentage-wise. We're at 57%, but it's the volume of shots that the Mustangs are taking.
And the Lady Mustangs take that volume. They don't necessarily lead the league in percentage shooting. They just take on, now they're shooting well tonight, obviously, 7 out of 13, but they just shoot to kill repeatedly from beyond the three-point arc. And they're 7 for 13 now.
Where I'm from, they call that no conscience.
And so leading the way on the night, Janelle Kapua, she has 14 total points and 2 assists. She is 2 for 2 from beyond the three-point arc. Destiny Thomas has 6. Roberta Ortiz has 6. Kim Russell has 8. So you see some very good scores. Every single Mustang who has hit the floor has scored. For the Lady Lions, they're being led by Jessica Sodich with 10 points. She's 2 for 3 from three-point range. But again, you look at these key stats, something stands out to me on the Lady Mustang side. 0 offensive rebounds. That's how well they're shooting. They haven't had to have any offensive rebounds. Lady Lions have picked it up every time they've missed. They haven't had second chance opportunities. They've shot so well that they've scored 46 points without second chance opportunities. You're not going to see that happen very often. They're not playing, they don't have to play super aggressive. They can just play straight up. They can just score, and they see their large lead was 12. Lady Lions trimmed it down, but it stands at 10 at the half.
That's a very good point, and we thought we'd see more scoring out of Hostos. Probably will in the second half. She averages 20, just has 3 on the night so far. And we talked about Taylor Hill early on. She's got 7. Most of those, Tim, came early. She cooled down a lot the last 8-9 minutes of the first half, and that allowed room for Sodich and Bratchett to really step up their scoring.
And she had to sit several times. She has 2 fouls, 3 fouls on Cassie Cox, 2 fouls on Bethany Croc. So right there, you have 3 of your key players already in that area of foul trouble. That's not what you want to see when you're trailing by 10. You need those 3 players out there for most of the second half to really be able to commit and, cut into this lead. Another big thing, obviously, is fouls. Lady Lions had 11, just 7 on Southwest. That led to 15 free throws. 8 more Lady Lions got to it. Lady Lions are good from the line, 6 for 7, but 11 for 15 for Southwest is enough to give them, where they are right now. Lady Lions also, again, you heard Coach Henry mention at the half, too many turnovers, 10 turnovers in the first half. You got to limit those. Definitely, you can't afford those at all when you're trailing by 10 against a team who's not going to let up. Like you said, this is a team that still has that chance. They can be in the 8th seed by the end of this evening with a win today, and they would love to be back on this court in a few weeks playing the Red River Conference Tournament.
Well, the largest lead was 12. SAGU did cut it to 5, 6 a couple times and back up to 10 now at halftime. And as far as adjustments, Tim, what adjustments do you think Beatles is likely telling his ladies in the locker room right now?
I think, you just have to be more precise. And another thing is go to the basket, score. We saw 2 or 3 times in the first half where an extra pass turned into a turnover, or in one sense, an extra pass ran the shot clock out. The Lady Lions are getting open shots. Their passes are pretty much spot on. Just they're taking too many of them, and you know, you don't want to teach your players to be selfish, but you do want to say, hey, look, when you have the open shot, take it, especially when you're down 10. When you're down 10, you need to be able to take that open shot when it comes to you. And, you know, again, you love team basketball, you preach team basketball, but when it comes down to open shots, I mean, that's why you play team basketball, is to get open shots. You don't play team basketball to have a passing clinic until the shot clock runs out.
And the perfect example was that wide open look that Cassie Cox had underneath the basket and tried to hit, I think it was Griffin, and that got Beatles up off the bench. And just not happy about that interior play, and so you've got the shot, take it, and it's a time to be selfish, time not to be selfish, and you know, it's a quick game inside. You make very snap, quick decisions, and hopefully we'll see Lady Lions make more positive ones in the second half.
Well, we're approaching 5 minutes left in the half. We're going to do a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have a little bit more analysis and the start of the second half of the ladies' game here on SAGU Sports Live.
And we are about 3 minutes away from the beginning of the second half here at the Schaefer Center. Your score 46-36. University of Southwest with the lead. And Tim, we're looking at the stat sheet, and one player for the Lady Mustangs really stands out, obviously stands out.
Yeah, she's leading scorer now. Janelle Kapua with 14 points, but she's perfect from the floor tonight. 4 for 4, half of those three-pointers, 2 for 2. She's also gone to the line 7 times. That means she's drawn 4 fouls. That means she's not only been shooting well from the floor, she's been playing aggressive, drawing fouls, finding a way to the line. She's 4 for 7 on the line, so she's missed 3 of those. But still, she has played aggressive, and she's been shooting well. Usually, you imagine an aggressive player not being the best shooter, and vice versa. She is doing both tonight, and she's really one of the main reasons the Lady Mustangs have kept the momentum. She's been good from start to finish in this game.
And off the bench for Coach Beatles, we didn't mention her a whole lot in pregame really at all, but Okivia Bratchett's really played strong. 3 of 4 from the field, 1 or 2 from the three-point line, and then also 2 out of 3 from the foul stripe. She's got 9 points, although Sodix leads. To have a bench player come off with 9 points has got to make Beatles a happy coach.
Yeah, that's a very, very good thing to see, and that's what's going to happen in the second half. You need somebody unlikely to step up
and
find
really,
a way back in.
Tim, in just 7 minutes and 35 seconds of play, that's outstanding for a bench player to have 9 points in just 7.5 minutes of actual game time action.
Yeah, great job right there. Fouls, you really see the time on the right there. Fouls limited a lot of players. Bethany Kroc only with 3 minutes in the first half due to 2 quick fouls that took her out of the game. Same thing with Cassie Cox. She has 13 minutes overall, 13.5 minutes, but she had to leave for a good portion. We'll see if she comes out to start the second half. From the way the Lady Lions are lining up, I don't think she will. She will start the second half on the bench due to the 3 fouls she has.
Now, in the last game back in December, Southwestern, the Lady Lions out-rebounded the Lady Mustangs 48-31, and here tonight just at 12-9 margin, so a lot less rebounds. And going back to your comment, is more shots are going in, so a lot less rebounds. And also another thing to note, Tim, is Hankins, who we mentioned had her season high of 29 last time against the Mustangs, has just 2 points.
Just 2 points right now, a block, a steal, and assist. But yeah, hasn't been able to find much else on the inside. Another big stat from that last game, the Lady Mustangs hit 15 three-pointers. The Lady Lions hit none. So the Lady Lions have made an improvement there. They allowed 7 in the first half, so they're on pace for around 15, but the Lady Lions have knocked down 4. And really, those 4 three-pointers are what have kept the Lady Lions in this game for the most part. Some clutch threes have cut the score back down, and that's why they still have a shot in this game, trailing just by 10. And we know in basketball, 10 points can become 0 in, well, about 4 possessions.
No doubt about that. The Lady Lions will inbound the ball. Kroc will put the ball in play to Bratchett, who off the bench will get the start in the second half. Hill quickly amongst the trees tries to dish it back out to Hill. We'll keep it right here with plenty of time on the shot clock left. So Cox on the bench, Tim, to begin the second half of play.
And you have to. You can't allow a fourth foul to come in and then have to say goodbye to her till about 4 minutes left in the game.
So Beatles going with a three-guard offense, electing to put Bratchett in for
There's
Cox. Now
Hankins,
there's
but
a
it
shot off and
won't
circles,
roll.
circles around the rim, no good.
But a bad pass by the Lady Mustangs, and the Lady Lions will get it right back. Hankins goes up strong for the board. And not necessarily a bad shot, just couldn't find its way in.
Tim, against this shorter Mustang team, I think Beatles can afford to go with the three-guard offense, don't you?
Oh yeah, he can definitely afford to, not a whole lot of fear about getting blocked, not a whole lot of fear about, having to throw high lob passes that we've seen in the past. But
Plus, Bratchett's got the hot hand, so she's earned the time.
she definitely has. And she has the speed to keep up with anybody on defense. Lady Lions with another turnover, and they have to limit their errors here in the second half.
Russell, another three, too strong. Hill will come away with it. Up ahead, a nice pass. Oh, a little too strong. She had Hill open, cutting down the left side of the court, but led her a little too strong, and she'll turn the ball back over to USW.
Yeah, 2 turnovers in the first minute for Lady Lions. Again, just not what you want to be seeing. Need to start scratching your way back into this game. Swiped away by Hill.
By Hank. Is that Hill or Hankins?
I think Hill came in on the back. Oh, we're getting official word it was in fact Hankins. A couple players inside. Here comes Bratchett. Up and in.
There's Bratchett again.
And say
Wanting
hello.
to stay on the floor.
Say hello to your new leading scorer for Lady Lions. 11 points
Absolutely.
for Bratchett.
Kostos off, gets her own offensive board, now dishes out. Three ball, no good from Ortiz, and Hostos stuck at 3 points on the night. And Bratchett again, a strong move inside. Cuts the lead to 6.
It's what you need. You need a player to come off the bench.
In
that your opponent's not
transition,
prepared
too.
for. Here comes Croc.
Now
steals
Croc
it.
with the steal.
Quick 6-0 run for the Lions, and they're down by 4.
Absolutely, with the left hand, Tim.
Well, after the first minute of the play, they had 2 turnovers, no points. The second minute of the play yielded 6 points. So
And the full court
massive
press.
improvement.
Full court press is definitely working early and often here, as the lead is now just down to 4. Now the Lady Lions will set back in that 2-3 defense. Hankins tries to block that one, no good. Offensive rebound, Hostos.
No reason to let the Lady Mustangs pick up those rebounds. They're not even have to contest too hard for them.
Ortiz throws up a prayer, and she's fouled from behind the backboard. Had no chance to put that through, but wisely. Well, now I think they're going to call that on the floor, Tim.
The
So
rule
it
that
was
it happened before the shot.
before she shot, so limb down the ball under the Lady Lions basket. And here's a quick shot, too strong. Bratchett comes away with it in transition, up ahead to Hill, who dishes again with the left hand. Forgets the backboard and just scoops it right through the hoop. And
We got a 2-point ball game here. Lady Lions open the half on an 8-0 run. Lady Mustangs unable to hit any shots, but there it changes.
Hostos doubles her output from 3 to 6 points on the evening.
That's her second 3-pointer. Lady Lions, they gotta like the way you started this half. Getting some fast breaks, forming well in transition, making those layups fall. You had a couple of missed layups in the first half, and now it appears the shooting has calmed down a little bit. They're not rushing it nearly as much.
How about this Hill? How about this Hill move?
Croc lays
Oh,
it
Croc,
in.
check that Croc. A nice move from Croc. 49-46. Hostos heaves up another one, no good, but offensive board up and in from Kim Russell, who's having a great game.
And
Russell had 8 at halftime, now at 10.
Southwest getting a lot of these long rebounds. Good save by Croc there. They're just bouncing out. They're getting plenty of time to just come in almost uncontested and pick it up.
A lot of good ball movement here, a lot of cutting, picking, moving around. Love these screens. Now, Bratch with a wide open shot. Hankins
Lady Lions will receive the ball, though.
It was knocked out of Hankins' hands, and Tim, you're seeing a lot of crisp passing now from the Lady Lions, a lot of ball movement off the ball, and Sodich finds a hole in the paint and puts it 2 more in for the Lady Lions.
Great read on the inside. Find that open layup off the inbounds pass.
Still showing a 2-3 defense.
Yeah, they switched. They opened in man-to-man. Coach said that's where they're going to open, but they have switched to 2-3, and it's yielded some better results already. 5 minutes in.
There's a steal from Bratchett. Given chase by Kapua, and Kapua fouls her, and the bucket still goes in. Bratchett, great body control, sealed off the defender, able to lay it up and in, and Kapua whistled for the foul. Will put Bratchett on the line to convert a 3-point play, which would tie the ball game.
Again, this has been a great start to the half, exactly what the Lady Lions need to do, and Bratchett coming off the bench for the game now has 15 points. That's what Lady Lions been about all year long. Unexpected players making big contributions. Bratchett knocks it down, and we are tied. Just about 5 minutes into the second half, the Lady Lions have erased the 10-point half deficit, and they have tied it up. Another offensive board by Lady Mustangs. They didn't have any at the half.
Yeah, that's Hostos.
I think that makes their 3rd here of the second half, though.
Hostos just 5'4", came in with that rebound. She's got the ball back. She slices through defenders, through the lane, up and in off the glass. A nice move from the leading scorer on the season from the Lady Mustangs. She now has 8. And now some full court pressure from USW. Bratchett brings the ball off. Across midcourt and a timeout. Coach Beatles wants to talk it over. He's got his team back in the game, but that last basket, Tim, was too easy in slicing through the 2-3 defense. So Beatles going to talk it over, but he's got to be happy, Tim, with the first 5 minutes of play from his Lady Lions.
Absolutely. Lady Lions have opened up strong. The switch back to 2-3 appears to be working. It seems to be frustrating Lady Mustangs more. They've forced 3 turnovers here in just around the first 5 minutes of the second half. Couple of steals.
Bratchett now 6 for 8 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3-point land.
And if something else has changed, Lady Mustangs have now gone 1 for 5 already to start the half off from 3-point range. They're shooting 22% for the half very early on, when Lady Lions have opened up shooting 63%. So after Lady Mustangs open, shooting 7 for 13 from 3-point range and 56% overall, they've dropped down in the low 20s for your first 5 minutes here. So yeah, we talked about the unconventional move to go to the man-to-man facing a dangerous 3-point team. It didn't really yield much result in the first half, so Coach Beatles says, well, let's go back to what we know. Let's go 2-3 zone. And it's forcing turnovers and flustering the Lady Mustangs early on.
It's definitely working early on. Can't say enough about Okebia off the bench. You know, you hate to see your big man, Cassie Cox get in foul trouble, but that has opened an opportunity for Bratchett to step up, and she has delivered for her teammates tonight.
Shot clock down to 3. Here's a shot by Sodich. And it didn't
hit the rim.
Didn't hit the rim, so good rebound, but shot clock was violated before it had a chance to go in. So Lady Lions, their second shot clock violation.
Here's a pick from behind from Hill.
Oh, and Sodich appears to be injured on the collision.
Grabbing her face. Looks like someone may have poked her eye or there was something of that nature, but she seemed to walk it off.
She collided with the teammate in the scramble for the ball. Lady Lions will retain possession, but now they have to inbound underneath the basket.
Good poke from Hill from behind, which caused that loose ball. And then again, like you said, it looked like Hankins and Sodich were both scrambling for the basketball.
Bratchett turns on the jets and goes. Draws the foul.
And I like that move. I like that strong move to penetrate that defense in transition. Wasn't a great shot, didn't matter. She knew she was going to get fouled, and she's wanting to stop that clock and put more points on the board from the foul stripe. She's a hot hand, and she's doing the right thing by taking the ball to the rack.
Foul is on Christy Marquez. That's her 3rd of the game. First shot is good, so Bratchett now with 17 on the night, a chance to tie it here.
And 4 of 5 from the charity stripe. Looking to go 5 of 6 and tie the game once again, and she does just that. 53-53. And Lady Lions keep that full court press, Tim.
It's been yielding turnovers, so no reason to change what's working.
And that's a travel, it sure is. That's a walk from Christy Marquez. Called for the whistle.
And that's going to be the 5th.
Call for the travel.
That's going to be the 5th turnover in just over 6 minutes for Lady Mustangs after they committed only 7 in the entire first half. So the Lady Lions defense finding a way to combat what is one of the most high-powered offenses in the NAIA. You talked about finishing power. Lady Lions definitely have the deeper bench. Kroc unable to save that bad pass. Turnover right back.
That's one of the few mistakes we've seen from Bratchett all game long. It wasn't a long pass. It looked like Kroc was just leaning the wrong way. And turnover will give the ball back to USW with 13:20 left in the ball game, and we're tied 53 all. How about Kapua? She dishes out the 3-point shot off the mark from Ortiz. Scramble for the ball and a whistle.
2 things have definitely changed. Well, for one, Southwest is missing more shots than they were in the first half, but they're getting a lot of offensive rebounds.
You know, that's Hankins' second. Now that'll bring Cox back in, who's got 3, but with 13:08, you do the math, and Beatles says it's time to bring my tallest player back on the court.
And he's seeing too many offensive boards go against the Lady Lions. So time to bring in your best rebounder and try to prevent that from happening. Your defense is forcing missed shots.
Hostos heaves one up, no good. She's off the mark, and Bratchett now in trouble, and a bad pass is stolen back by the Lady Mustangs. Cox slow in getting back. Quick move by Sylvester. Elects not to take the shot. Now Kapua left with 20 on the shot clock. She sizes up the 2-3 defense and thought about it too much and whistled for the travel. And Okivia coming off the court, looks like her lip is bleeding. So Okivia Bratchett will take a seat for a moment and attend to that. We'll see more of her, no doubt, as she's got the hot hand for Coach Beatles.
Lady Lions have only allowed 7 points over the first 7.5 minutes in the second half. Again, that's after allowing 46 in the first half, so the defense definitely turning it on, playing more like we're used to seeing a Coach Beatles defense play. The Lady Lions always put together a good defensive and a 5-second violation on the inbound.
And that's good defense from USW, and now a timeout from Coach Beatles. Not happy about that 5-second call, and you know, you scrape, you fight, you overcome a 12-point deficit quickly, and now you've tied the ball game, and Beatles wisely calls timeout and just want to remind the troops of what they did to get back to where they are now.
Well, the thing is, the things are going your way right now. This is the way you want the game to go. As much as the first half was the script the Lady Mustangs wanted to play by, this is what you want to have happen. Lady Mustangs shooting has decreased drastically, but now you're allowing some offensive rebounds you shouldn't be allowing. Lady Mustangs are turning the ball over more, but you're still having too many turnovers. Lady Mustangs are not playing nearly as sharp as they were in the first half. That's given you the opening to tie this game up, but you can't allow yourself to just become content with that and let the Lady Mustangs, you know, regain the lead, because we know that they shoot better than this. You know, you don't have to say, oh, well, we can assume they can shoot better from beyond three-point range. We've seen them shoot better from beyond three-point range. So I'd be very surprised if they continue the 20%, actually now sub 20% effort in the second half. Mustangs will have the ball, 12.5 left in the game.
And Lions on a 17-7 run since the beginning of the second half. Trying to keep that run going. Now Hostos launches a 3 well short. It's going to go out of bounds. It hit the ground and just trickled out of bounds, so no one expecting a ball that short from Hostos' arm, who is, again, the leading scorer on the season, but with just 9, well under her average for head coach Kevin
Knocked
Dobbs.
away from Lugo.
Now here's Hostos again. She gathers, and she is fouled, and that's going to be on Bethany Kroc, who tried to get set, didn't get there in time, and Hostos wisely saw the defender not set and just threw her body towards the basket, and she'll go to the stripe.
And that's Croc's third foul. So you now have Cassie Cox and Bethany Kroc with 3 fouls.
First free throw is good.
Kroc with just 4 points tonight. She has been much better as of late. Still, you definitely don't want to lose her with 12 minutes left in a game that still is very much going to be decided by scoring when you're playing an offense this good.
Now up ahead off the missed free throw to Sodich. The ball tipped out of bounds by Marquez, but Lions will retain possession.
The Lions playing a little bit loose with that ball right now. They've had a couple of those just swatted away.
Lugo looks right, looking for Cox. Led her too much. Cox had to scramble for that ball and turn the ball over. Now on the run, Hostos from 3. Short again. Now Sylvester pump fake, drives the lane, puts it in. A nice move from Nikendra Sylvester.
Offensive rebounds.
And that's senior play. They only have 2 seniors, Tim. One is Sylvester, the other Kapua, and both playing like seniors today.
Lady Mustangs definitely countering their decreased shooting efficiency.
That's a nice pass to Hill. Perfect pass. Misses the layup. Lugo gives chase for the rebound and a whistle as she collided with Sylvester. Pass happened right in front of our broadcast table. It was a perfect pass, like an NFL quarterback, just over the outstretched hands of the defender. Hill had a good look at the layup, unable to convert, but they will get the ball back, and Hill now for 3 wants it from here. She gets it. 3 ball from Hill.
Ties it back up. Hill now has 12 points on the night. Lady Lions need to find a way to keep these offensive rebounds from happening. You found a way to make Lady Mustangs miss their shots. You couldn't do that in the first half, but the Lady Mustangs have countered with some just good movement to the ball, but they're not going up strong for it. They're just bouncing out. Some of them are hitting the ground first. So as a defense, that's inexcusable to let that continue to happen. Got to hustle to that ball, pick it up, and do not allow second chances.
Watch Hill play defense on the top end of this 2-3. Next time down, watch her. She looks at the player's numbers, not the ball, because it's hard to fake out your abdomen, and that is how you play 2-3 defense out top. You don't go for all these ball movements, and Hill playing outstanding defense with her eyes for Coach Beatles at the front end of that 2-3 defense. It's hard to fake out the midsection. Hill now with the ball again on offense. She's got 12 on the night already.
Shot clock is down to 6, and she steps on the line. Turns it over. As the shot clock was dwindling, she didn't have really an option to pass it away. As we are approaching the 10-minute mark, Lady Lions trailed by 2, but they trailed by 10 at the half.
Look at Hill. She's just looking at that midsection, and Kapua will have a hard time getting free of Hill near the top of the key with that kind of smart defense. Now here comes Bratchett. She's going to come in for Hill.
Bratchett steps in with 18 points, leading all players on the court. Not bad for someone who didn't come in till well into midway of the first half.
3 ball, short. That was Ortiz.
Hey, let's go Redford. Come on down.
Now the Lady Mustangs look to trap, and Kroc easily breaks it. She's got the transition time, and now she's going to be whistled for a charge in the open court. Kroc tried to dish the ball off to Sodich in the corner, but had too much momentum and ran into a defender who stood straight up to him, and that's a good defense from Lady Mustangs.
Yeah, stand strong. You see the defender cut. You see the offensive player coming in fast. Just set your feet, draw the charge, because that was more than likely to some Lady Lions points. They had numbers and they had an open look.
And that's a travel. high pass to Marquise. Marquise unable to handle it, bring it down. She travels, and Harvard's going to check back in, and Croc will take a seat on the bench. Harvardton scoreless on the game, but scrappy inside player, able to rebound that ball. Off any misses. Now Bratchett back over to Lugo. And now you've got a traditional two-guard offense here with just Lugo and Bratchett running things. Harvardton really a forward. Bratchett throws up a prayer. Does it go in? Oh, it's in and out. Almost.
Bratchett almost just shot putting that one up.
Talking about prayer. Again, the court awareness to know you're being fouled and just launch the ball in the general vicinity of the basket will get you that 2 shots instead of a 1-and-1. And she puts the first one through. No team really in foul trouble. The Lions committing 4 fouls thus far, and the Lady Mustangs just 3.
How the tale of 2 halves right now. Lady Mustangs are shooting 28% in this half, 9% from three-point range. They're 1 for 11 from three-point range. So the weapon that got them there is the one that's undoing them scoring-wise. But we talked about this, 6 offensive rebounds, 3 from Anika Hostos. She only has 9 points. That's only halfway to her average.
Sylvester, a high arching 3, and
that'll go to the Lady Mustangs off of Jessica Sodich. But yeah, you have 6 offensive rebounds, and that'll be a dead ball rebound going to the Lady Mustangs, I believe. So Lady Lions have 19 turnovers, 14 for the Lady Mustangs. That's high.
Here's a bad pass. Lugo picks it up in the steal. She's got Okivia. She'll take it herself. Lays it in.
Lead of the night. First lead of the night for the Lady Lions comes with 9 minutes remaining in the game. They've erased what was once a 12-point lead and a 10-point lead at the half.
And now a shot no good. Lugo with the rebound. Behind the back. She may take it herself. She will. Rebound no good. Sodich, or Cox, gave chase. Went off her hands, and Lugo had Bratchett in the corner had she elected to pass it off, but she saw the open lane. A little too strong, Tim, but not a bad decision from Lugo.
Yeah, you just drive down, take the shot. We mentioned it at halftime. Play more aggressive. If you have a shot, take it. You don't have time to pass it off. Passes can get tipped off hands. Passes can be guarded better than you are, so if you feel like you have the shot, take it. That's the kind of confidence you need if you want to be a playoff team.
Now, Lady Mustangs facing their first deficit of the game, as you said, Tim. Finally clawing back Lady Lions with their first lead, and now that shot's off the backboard, and Mustangs look a bit out of sorts as now Lugo brings the ball up the court looking to increase their lead.
Well, this switch to the 2-3 defense is definitely what has done it. They are flustering them. They are finding ways to double team them. And the Lady Mustangs are not shooting well when facing the double team.
7 on the shot clock. How about Okivia again? That shot no good. Rebound Lugo amongst the trees. No call. And lucky she didn't get Wilson for a foul there. Now here comes Thomas. Now passes over to a 3-point shooter who connects. That is Roberta Ortiz, who had the first 3 of the game just 10 seconds into the ball game. Delivers again and to put the Mustangs back up by 1.
That breaks a long, cold spell for the Lady Mustangs from 3 and a turnover.
Now here's a bad pass to Lugo. Now Lugo fights for the ball again, and a jump ball right in the middle of the court. And the possession arrow is going to point towards the Lady Mustangs. They'll get the ball back.
Looks like Lugo's a little bit slow getting up. And Taylor Hill will take her place. So now to the Lady Mustangs with a quick counter. They go behind, but they hit the big 3 and force a turnover. We are now nearing 7 minutes left. What is now a 1-point basketball game.
Kapua with 14 on the night, dishes over to Ortiz. Again, shot this one off the mark. And the Lady Lions will get the ball back with 7:04 remaining in a tight ball game.
Lady Lions showing a more spread out look, try to battle this full court press. Oh,
And
but
there's
it's
a
swatted
turnover
away.
from Harberton.
And she gets the
It's
rebound.
her own rebound. She's mad about turning the ball over. And now up ahead to Bratchett. Oh, so it's turned back just in time. She drives the lane, dishes over to Cox. Short jumper. No good. A battle for the ball.
And that's going to be Lady Lions ball as it's in. Kapua just sort of swatted it away, not wanting to let the Lady Lions have a chance at it, just sort of swatted out of bounds.
Those 8, 10-foot jumpers are a lot tougher than they look. You almost would rather have them with a 15-foot jumper. Now here's a 3-ball. That's good from Hill.
Barely even grazed the net. Just ranges it up and nails it. Lady Lions have been shooting very well from three-point range today, shooting well over 60%. They haven't taken them all that often compared at least to the Southwest, but they've made them count.
That's a great move inside from Thomas. Good ball movement from Lady Mustangs. Hostos got the ball inside to a waiting Destiny Thomas, who had established high post position and dropped her shoulder and drove strong to the basket. And this, her body movement said, I'm taking this up and over you, Miss Cassie Cox. And she was able to get the fall. And now we are back to a 63-63 all tie. And let's go now to our our court reporter, Tyler Evans. Tyler, who do you have?
Thanks, guys. Here I am with Alicia Rogers, the SAGU cheer coach. Now, Alicia, with the beginning of a new semester always comes change. What changes have been made from last season to this season?
Well, we've added 2 girls to the team, Ashton and Dion Burnett, who are 2 sisters who have a lot of cheer experience, and so we've added them to the team this spring.
Awesome. Now, you've also appointed a new assistant cheer coach, Catherine Sullivan. How has she been a positive for the team?
Well, it's been great because it's been such a natural fit, because Catherine has cheered here at SAGU for 3.5 years, and this being her last semester as a student, she's student teaching, and so she's been around the girls, and it's just a natural fit, and it's a great fit for our team.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Rob and Tim, back to you.
You're on.
All right, thank you, Miss Tyler. And one of our own, Miss Bianca Alarcon, is a former cheerleader, so appreciate that group. And they do a wonderful job of creating a great atmosphere here at the Schaefer Center, as well as Lumpkin Stadium.
Looking at some shooting stats here, Lady Lions, it might be their best shooting game of the year. Surprisingly, they're 49% from the floor, 66% from three-point range, and 92% from the free throw line. So they've just been pure all over the place. For Lady Mustangs, it has dropped drastically. They're just shooting 33% from the game from non-three-point range and 14%. Got to shoot this
Hill
one.
wants another 3. That one off the mark. That's a live ball, though. That ball, that's good, smart play from Sodich. Ignored the horn because that shot did hit the rim before the buzzer.
It appeared to freeze Lady Mustangs' defense.
Until you hear a whistle, you do not stop playing. And now here's a steal from Hill. She looks up ahead. More on Sodich in a moment. Hill up strong. Cox with an offensive board. Puts it up too strong. Now here comes Kapua the other way, trying to tie the score back up. Looks off right. Now moves left. Rebound. Cox will clear. Bratchett now up ahead to Hill, and the pace is picked up in a hurry after Sodich wisely put that 15-foot jumper in when, again, no whistle, no stop playing. It's that simple.
Now go, let's go.
The horn is only an indication to the refs to potentially stop the play with a whistle. And a wise play from Sodich. And there's a bad shot from Harberton and a whistle inside. It's going to be the 4th foul called on Cassie Cox. So will Beatles keep her in? No, she's going to take the seat, and Hankins will check back in.
So I've moved, got just under 5 minutes remaining, so you still have time to put Cassie back in, but you don't want to lose it with 4 minutes left.
And Harberton will also take a seat as Croc will check back into the ball game. Or check that, yes, Croc back into the ball game at a 65-63 lead for Southwestern.
Lady Mustangs with only 17 points in this half. We mentioned in the first half, at one point they were on pace to break 100. Not the case by a long shot anymore, as the Lady Lions defense has turned it on here in the second half. Another steal, forcing turnovers. The 2-3 defense.
Bratchett with the hot hand. Lays it up over to Hankins, who gets the friendly roll. That almost spilled back out, but Hankins able to get it just over the rim on a great interior pass from Bratchett.
Bratchett does a great job. She knows that they're looking at her because she's scoring so much. So she does a great job of just dishing it inside when everyone converts on her. Sierra all alone. Turnover, Lady Mustangs. Lady Lions with under 4 minutes remaining now, holding a 4-point lead. That's obviously the largest of the night, as they haven't led for much.
Bratchett with the ball. She's got 20 points on the night, an assist, a couple of steals, just 3 turnovers. Off the bench, playing outstanding ball. Now Kroc falls down, able to get the ball over to Sodich. Now here's Bratchett. She drives, then pops back out. Sodich, she's got Kroc, and a one-footed jumper. Not how they teach you in school, but she delivers anyway. And 69-63 on an athletic move from Bethany Kroc. And now a little desperation showing on the faces of USW, and they got to make a move in a hurry. Here's a nice move up and in and over Hankins. That is Ortiz. Cuts the lead back to 4.
Oh,
and now a whistle.
Foul.
That's going to be a whistle on Hostos. She pushes Kroc going for that ball. And that's 4 fouls now on the Lady Mustangs, 5 for the Lions. So both teams inching closer to the bonus. Now we're nearing the 3-minute mark left in regulation at 69-65.
Another huge improvement for Lady Lions. They had 11 fouls in the first half, just 5 in the second. Coach Beatles is calling for a timeout and finally gets it.
Yeah, he was talking to his players and finally just yelled at the ref, I want a timeout. So timeout we have here at the Schaefer Center with your score 69-65. And be sure to like us on Facebook if you're near a computer, your iPad, your laptop, your smartphone. SAGU Sports Live on Facebook. Highlights after each game, all the latest news, scores, polls, exclusive digital content and giveaways. As you see Coach Beatles there drawing up the next offensive play for the Lady Lions. And boy, I can't say enough, Tim, about Okivia Bratchett, as she will likely come back into the ball game. She's got the hot hand. Hill lighting up things as well.
Yeah, you see 3 players on both teams. 14 for Kapua, 11 for Ortiz, and 10 for Russell. None of those your leading scorer. You have Bratchett with 20, Hill with 15, and then Jessica Kilditch with 14. Cassie Cox has 6 big rebounds. 4 of those are offensive rebounds. And the Lady Lions have fought their way back into this one and have fought their way into the lead with under 3 minutes remaining. Lady Lions have 10 steals on the game, 2 for Bratchett, 2 for Hill, 2 for Sodich. So your 3 leading scorers have also contributed on defense, getting steals along the way. Cassie Cox, only 4 points. We mentioned she has 6 rebounds, and she also has 3 assists. So Lady Lions making it work right now, needing a few more clutch baskets to complete this big rally.
Brett's in trouble, gets it back to Kroc, and now a whistle.
And not a foul. If this comes against, and it will go against Southwest.
It's Russell.
The Lady Lions were still 15 feet from the 3-point arc, and they were down to 7 seconds on the shot clock.
Not a smart foul.
So that foul hurts you a lot.
Bratchett now. She's got Sodich. Sodich over to Hill. On the right side, over to Bratchett. Playing keep away now inside to Hankins. A strong move, and she puts it through. An outstanding steal, a turn. Strong post move from Hankins, lays it up and in. Now here, a great move fake from Sylvester, who faked Hankins, who just scored the 2 at the other end, and knots it back to just a 4-point advantage, 71-67. Lady Lions now under 2 minutes. Now here's a move from Bratchett. Off the rim, no good. Hoping for a foul. Looks like she was contacted someone that play, but no whistle.
Under 2 minutes to go now. 4-point lead.
Hostos
away.
Gives it up. Bratchett runs the lane up the middle. 2 strong steps. Layup too strong.
Now approaching 90 seconds
You
left.
need a big shot. Look for Hostos. She's their leading scorer now. She's had a quiet day overall. Just 9 on the day, but she averages 20.
Knocked away. Saved by the Lady
able to
Mustangs.
save it.
9 on the shot clock. Marquez.
Marquez
trapped.
over to Sylvester. Nice move. Attacks the lane. First shot, no good. Second shot is good by Hostos. The lead now just 2.
Hostos, my goodness, she's 5'4" and found a way to get that offensive rebound. Just fell to her. We're under a minute left. Lady Lions clinging to a 2-point lead, trying to complete the big second half comeback.
And it'll become a game of free throws in another possession or two. Fouls will begin to start. Sodich looked at a shot, let it go.
Shot
Now
clock down to 7.
Sodich for 3.
No good.
Short rebound. Lady Mustangs. Sylvester on the march. Spins back around. Shot clock at 24:30 in the game clock. A 3-ball rattles in and out. And Hostos with an offensive board. Hankins holds her ground and out. Foul on the other end. Hankins sends a player to the ground and will send a player to the line, and that is going to be number 3, I believe, on Hankins.
Hankins got left out on an island there, made one good defensive stop, but then just could not get back in position fast enough all alone. And my goodness, that 3 from Russell almost went in and gave the Lady Mustangs the lead.
And it'll be Marquise who was hacked by Hankins. She'll go to the line looking to tie the score.
She's 2 for 2 from the line tonight. The first is good.
Rattles in. Big free throw. Biggest free throw of the night. Biggest, really, shot of the night, because this changes the complexion of everything if this goes in. The Lady Mustangs don't have to foul, and they do not have to foul. A timeout on the floor. Don't go anywhere, folks. Check your Wi-Fi connection. Make sure you got 4 bars, because we are tied at 71 apiece. So the shot clock will be off when play resumes with about 25 seconds left. Tim, your coach Beatles, what kind of play do you run? Do you look for the hot hand Bratchett? You look for Hill? You dump it inside the Hankins?
It's a tough call right now. I mean, at this point, Lady Mustangs have shown more defensive awareness in the last few possessions than they have all half. They trailed by 6, it seems, just moments ago, but they fought right back into this, tie it up. And they should just be very fortunate right now, the Lady Lions, that Russell's 3 didn't find it. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/SAGU Sports Live. All the latest news, highlights, and updates. Your Lady Lions, you're shooting 54% from the floor right now. I'm looking over. Your best shooter of the night is definitely Okivia Bratchett, 6 for 11. Sodich also 5 for 9. Sierra's 3 for 4, but that's close inside shots. So you're looking at Sodich or Bratchett probably if you're looking at who is the best shooter on the night to take it. This is one of those situations where you probably want to run it down to about 6 or 7 seconds. Try a jump shot for about 15, 16 feet out. And you have Sierra inside, maybe trying to get a putback if it's missed. If you make it, clock's down to 3.
I think it's going to be Hill. I think she's had a great start. She wants to finish strong. Bratchett an option, but Hill with the ball. I think she'll take the shot when it's all said and done.
2 days ago, it was Dominic Rambo breaking the tie in the final seconds.
Now 12.
What Lady Lion wants to do it?
Croc throws it away, looking for Hankins on the inside. A hook pass, sails high, and a huge turnover.
And then now the Lady Mustangs with 10 seconds left. They'll be the one with the chance to go to the line. And the Lady Lions have 6 fouls, so if they foul, it'll mean automatic shots for the Lady Mustangs. They're down to 7
no
seconds.
hurry. They need to hurry. 5 seconds left.
They're just going to take it to overtime.
Kapua looking for the foul, but no foul called, and that's a bizarre turn of events. You had 9 seconds, Tim. Plenty of time to advance the ball into the front court and get a decent shot. They seem to be in no hurry at all, content to go to overtime with the ball. I don't understand that.
It almost looked like kneeling down to go to overtime.
Oh my, don't even remind me. Oh my gosh.
Peyton Manning fan over here.
Oh my gosh.
That's what it almost looked like.
Mad about that.
Now the one thing you did notice there, with about 2 seconds left, they tried to drive in and force a foul. Maybe they were trying to get the Lady Lions off their footing and try to get them into a situation where they could draw the foul and go to the line. to win the game.
I've never seen, I mean, I can see with maybe 1 second left, but you had 9.9 seconds left on the game clock, and they inbounded the ball like it was just first half play and just run the ball up the court and just no haste.
Lady Lions have gone scoreless over the last 2:26, letting the Mustangs come back in to tie it. Definitely a tale of two halves. Lady Lions trailed by 10 in the first half. They came back to tie it up. So now here they go, 5 minutes on the clock. And it is overtime basketball. Looking over some quick stats on both teams. And I believe this is going to be the first overtime game for either team on the season. Neither team has played an overtime game, so no stats to offer you there as to who is better with just in the weird 5-minute playoff here, as the Mustangs tie it up with about 28 seconds left. Lady Lions trying to find a way to tie it, to take the lead and win the game, throw the ball out of bounds. So here we go, folks. Overtime basketball, a little extra 5 minutes for you, maybe more. These two teams fighting for that 8th spot, that final playoff seed. Only 6 games left for the Lady Lions after today, so my goodness, do they need this one.
Nice move from Sylvester. She's without a doubt the fastest player on this ball club offensively. Great ball fakes, unable to convert there. Now Cross will set things back up.
That is their 10th offensive rebound since the half. So they have definitely turned around there. They can't convert to any points, but that definitely helped overcome a 30% shooting half. They found a way to still force overtime while only shooting 30% and 12% from three-point range, which is their danger.
Launches a 3.
It's off. First minute of the overtime period is almost gone. Neither team able to take advantage of their first possession.
Now there's a pass up ahead to Russell. Over to Hostos, looked at a 3, passes it up. They'll reset. Sylvester now. Kapua on the left wing. Back over to Sylvester. Quick shot, a pass over to Hostos, who launches up a shot. And rebound. Hill's got it. She'll lay it up and off the rim, too strong.
That's about the 3rd missed layup for Taylor Hill today. She just is not as accurate. Those are usually very simple for her. She's been having problems though. Stripped away by Cassie Cox. Safe, and somehow the Lady Mustangs will force the jump ball.
And Sylvester's nose was hit on that play from Cox. Incidental, of course, but Cox with outstanding hustle and fighting Sylvester for that loose ball, and Sylvester is shaken up.
Lady Lions will get possession. The arrow was pointing their way on the jump ball possession arrow, so they do get possession. Minute and a half gone in overtime. No score in the overtime period yet.
Now Hill sets up the offense. They need to have a good possession, a good passing, get you a good shot, a wide open look. Got plenty of time left. If you're the Lady Lions, you got 15 seconds left in the shot clock. Kroc over to Sodich. She can drain it. Now she backs in, spins over, takes a shot, and she's fouled, and she'll go to the line. That foul will be on Kim Russell.
Now Sodich with 14 points on the night.
22, Christy Marquez.
It's the 4th foul on Christy Marquez.
Was it Marquez or Russell?
It was Marquez who received the official call, so she has 4 on the night. Boy, Sodich is good with the first.
It looked like it was Russell who hacked her, but in the vicinity was Marquez. So Marquez in foul trouble. Sodich can put the Lions up by 2.
And it's going to be an early move by Kroc. It's a missed shot, but it'll go to the Lady Mustangs automatically. Kroc moved too quick off the line. So it's a 1-point SAGU lead. 3 minutes left now in overtime. A game that's featured a 10-point halftime lead by Lady Mustangs.
The leading scorer finally delivers on cue for the Lady Mustangs and gives USW, and now here's a turnover, a 2-point lead for the Mustangs, and the ball back with 2:47 remaining.
And that's
a huge three from Hostos. She's got 12 now.
That's how quick it turns. You finally knock down another three. That's your 10th of the game. That ties your season average. It took a while to get there with some extra period, but they now have the ball back after another Lady Lions turnover. They have 22 on the night, make it 23.
Kapua, strong move. Off the glass with the right hand. Cox nearly traveled, got rid of it just in time. Out to Hill, crosses midcourt. She may take it all the way over into Sodich, who spins, turns, lays it in. A nice move.
Yeah.
She was not that close to the basket. That is not an easy shot, Tim.
Strong off the glass. Aim for the square and put it in. 2 minutes left now almost. Game still tied up. Lady Lions 74, Lady Mustangs 74. If you're just tuning in or tuning in for the guys game, Lady Lions trailed by 10 at the half.
Russell way off the mark.
And they had a 6-point lead late in the fourth.
Great hustle from Cox and now hustle from Kroc.
And a timeout comes
timeout.
in. Coach Beatles gets the timeout in to save the possession. So yeah, if you're just joining in, the Lady Lions trailed by as many as 12 in the first half, trailed by 10 at the half, have fought their way back in, led by 6 late in the fourth quarter. But the Lady Mustangs found a little bit of rally in them and were able to tie the game just before overtime.
Now looking at foul trouble, you've got Kroc with 4 for the Lions, who's in the game now, and then the only one in really foul trouble for the Lady Mustangs is also wearing number 22, and that's Christy Marquez. So, well, you look at Cox with 3, but
minute 46 left.
now inbounding. Make it a 5-second call. Just barely beats that. Now Bratchett, she's got Cox, and she gets it to
Nice
Cox.
look.
Now she's wide open. Found her at the block, waiting.
Bratchett locked eyes with the defender, drew her in all the way, and then flipped it to the wide open Cassie Cox. 90 seconds left. SAGU up by 2. Kroc almost with a huge steal.
Hostos for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Southwestern. Hill spins and circles around, almost fouled, almost lose the ball.
Coach Beatles yells in passing game.
And now they're just going to wait for the shot clock to dwindle down. Look for an open shot with about 5 left. There is about 10 left on the shot clock. Hill drives the lane. Finger roll up and no good. Not a bad shot. Not a bad shot.
Under a minute
good look.
left. Lady Lions up by 2. Lady Mustangs trying to tie it up again, or again, we know they can hit beyond 3.
Well, you mentioned it maybe more. Well, 2 more points and another 40 seconds. We could go to double overtime, and that would be something the Lady Mustangs would love to see right about now. And here comes Kapua, and a pass tipped. Hostos able to save it. Inside, and a keep playing. No whistle. Again, the horn sounds, but the shot was
the Lady
off
Mustangs
before.
have to foul, and they do.
The shot was off before the violation, so now a foul.
They had to foul. The shot clock was off, and that is going to send Okivia Bratchett to the line for the 1-and-1. That's the 7th foul as the fouls carry over into overtime. Bratchett with 20 points on the night. She's 7 for 8 from the line, and 2 right here would be huge.
The Mustangs had a good look underneath, a fairly open layup.
It's no good. 18 seconds left.
Good.
Lady Mustangs moving it down the court.
Quickly.
Look
Over
out,
to
look
Hostos.
out.
There's the leading scorer. Shot no good, and rebound. Hill, and she's fouled with 7.7 remaining. And 2 more here will ice it, but she's got to hit these 2, and these are not going to be easy free throws, and she knows it. Lions leading 76-74. We want to make at least one of these 2.
Yeah, you definitely need to make one, so the worst of the Lady Mustangs can do is tie it up. If you can make both with 7.7 seconds left, you like your chances, but Hostos with a chance to win it right there. Hill hits the first. Lady Lions go up by 3.
First end of the 1-1. Now a 3-point lead. The best the Mustangs can hope for is a tie off a free throw miss. They do have timeouts remaining, so they could call a timeout and probably, well, they don't. They're going to look for a three from Russell to tie. Off the glass, rebound, scramble. Cox has it, and Cox secures the win, and the Lady Lions claw their way back to a 78-74 win over a scrappy University of the Southwest Lady Mustangs team who had a 12-point lead in the first half. Great game from both sides.
The Lady Lions allowed 46 points over the first 20 minutes and 28 points over the last 25 minutes. Defense turned it on for a big win. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have some analysis. And then the second game of our doubleheader. We're just getting started here, folks. Lions versus Mustangs, part 2, coming up next.